Hello there and welcome to episode 17 of my playthrough of the 2018 Harebrained Schemes BattleTech game. Today I'm going to be tackling Priority Mission 12 on Coromodir. This is the very final priority mission and it's split over two, so it might be quite a long one, so grab yourself a brew or a beverage and let's get into this. Now, before we go into this mission debriefing, it's important to say that I'm going to apply some narrative restrictions and do a little bit of not so much role playing, but character play with the mech warriors that we have got available for us. So I'm just to spice things up a little bit and to make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to split the teams into two, basically, but I'll tell you what happens with the team and why they decide to do it this way as we get to that juncture. So here we are with let's get comfortable in my chair before I start this. Here's Santiago Espinosa. So Kamea, welcome home. We haven't spoken face to face since your father's funeral. Strange, isn't it? For all the time we've been fighting each other, for all our struggles, we haven't actually talked until now. I'm not here to talk with you, Uncle. I'm here to demand your surrender. Then you'll walk away from this parley disappointed. Did I teach you nothing, Kamea? The endgame is a time for negotiation, not demands. I remember your teaching well enough, Uncle. If our positions were reversed, you would attack me without hesitancy or mercy. The founding houses have rallied behind me. You are outnumbered and outgunned, and you have nowhere left to turn. And aside from a single hostage, you have nothing to negotiate with. A single hostage? He's your dearest friend. Surely he means more to you than nothing. Alexander means a great deal to me, but I would sacrifice any one person, even myself, for the good of the Reach. You are defeated. Concede. I've heard your proposal, now hear mine. You will leave this system in my hands and solidify your power base elsewhere. I will rule Coromodir, and I will hold your friend to ensure your good behaviour. You will agree to these terms, or you will die. I will die. Your words are air, Uncle. You have nothing left to threaten me with. So you believed when you moved on Castle Nautilus. I think that you're bluffing and I'm willing to wager my life on it. I'll see you on the field of battle. Yes, I suppose you will. Okay, well, that went about as well as I'd expected. Darius, raise the founding houses on comms. Tell them that I'm ordering them to drop all of our companies, our entire fleet, everything we have. As always, I will lead from the front. We're taking Coromodir and we are doing it now. Oculus, I want you to remain at the ready until I call for you. Prepare your mech warriors and wait for my signal. We are going to crush what remains of my uncle's directorate. With your company's help, I will retake the throne that was stolen from me, and come hell or high water, we will rescue Lord Madeira. I swear it on my father's name. So I think we get a really cool cutscene now. Very cool. I'll shut up. There's the Argo.
Business, you and I. The Iberia still carries a full complement of battle mechs, plus enough firepower to level a city. And you know it's too late to withdraw your forces. When I reach Coromodir, I will drown your restoration in a sea of fire. Every dog in Rhino colors will die. You took my son from me, Kamea. My hope for the future died with him. Now I'm killing yours.
So there they are, the Taurians are back, and they're back for vengeance. So, desperation play, in orbit, Coromodir. Well, boss, things are looking pretty grim, I've got to say, but hey, at least we figured out what Espinosa's secret weapon is. Thanks for that ray of sunshine, Jan. Did any of you see the wall behind Ostergaard? There were burn marks, bullet holes, what looked like small arms fire. His sailors must have tried to seize the bridge. If there was a mutiny attempt on the Iberia, it failed. And as unhinged as Ostergaard may have sounded, he was right. We can't withdraw our troops without the Directorate cutting them to ribbons, and we can't stop a Fortress-class dropship, at least not through conventional means. Tell us what you're thinking. The Iberia may outclass us, but we can still attack. We're going to use the Lacura. No way. Lady Arano, that code completely screwed us at Castle Nautilus. It nearly detonated our fuel tanks. It's too dangerous to go tinkering around with. We don't have a choice, Samira. It's the closest thing we have to a weapon that could destroy that ship. If I were wrong about this, Farah would have told us by now. Tell them, Doctor, we can do this, can't we? Yes, I think we can. Even if it doesn't destroy the Iberia, it'll cripple her long enough to take her out of the fight. But that code is a science experiment, not a weapon. I think that I can modify it into one, but there will be risks involved, and I can't offer any guarantees. There are never any guarantees in life, Doctor. Just do your best. I'd imagine you'd feel that way. I'll go ahead and get started. We're still going to need a way to get the codes onto Ostergaard's ship. I'd suggest taking over a ground-based communications array, something on a network that the Iberia's computer trusts. There's a directorate comm station on Lyris, the throne world's second moon. It was the system's primary comms hub during my father's reign, and my uncle uses it for the same purposes now. You could use it to transmit the Lacura, then destroy it. The control tower is automated, so there shouldn't be any collateral damage. You'd be killing two birds with one stone. I like how you think. I'll rig the explosives. We're likely to encounter heavy resistance when we touch down. I'll see if I can find an engineering solution to help us deal with it. Maybe my team could seize control of their turrets, make them fight for us for a change. You should probably try to bring a jump-capable lance if you can, Commander. Com arrays like this one on Lyris tend to be housed on elevated platforms with lots of ramps and choke points. Thank you, Doctor. We're hinging everything on this plan's success. It's vital that Ostergaard's attention remains fixed on me and the Restoration Army to the exclusion of your operation on Lyris, and so I will give him something to focus on. I'm accelerating our offensive, and we're marching on the Directorate's final stronghold, Cordia Capital, the capital of Coromodir. If anything will keep him focused on you, that will. We'll do our part. Damn right we will. We'll rendezvous with Lady Rana on Coromodir when the job is done. We've got a job to do, people, and it'll be the biggest challenge we've ever taken on. So put on your war faces and follow the commander's lead. We've got a dropship to crash. Right, now, this is where I'm going to impose rules and we're going to do some narrative play. So I'm just going to discuss that a little bit before we get into this. So, as we've seen, this mission is split into two. The first mission will be to get the Lacura onto the Taurian dropship by capturing this comms ray. Now, to say this is a bit of a shaky plan is a bit of an understatement. We kind of think we know what's going to happen in the narrative sense, but we're not too sure. So, kind of in the narrative that I want to play in this, Oculus is kind of marching down to the mech bay, ready to deploy on the moon. And it's actually Darkstar. So Darkstar is our Regan mech warrior, and he's got like a bit of a crazy personality. He's like, I think he's like rebellious, drunk. He's got like every single negative trait you can get, basically. And he kind of says to Lemuel, we cannot let Kamea, like, on that planet alone, on Coromodir alone, because if we fail on this, like, with this moon mission, the Taurians are going to go there and they're going to kill her, and we won't be there with her. And we've kind of, you know, at this point in the game, we've been with her for like 4 or 5 years. So, and Darkstar is an Oregon as well, so he's got a real kind of vested interest in this. And at first, Oculus is like, look, you know, we are mercenaries. We're all about the sea bills. We can't afford to be sentimental on this. We've got a job to do. We've said we'll go do a job. And it's at that point that Bear intercedes. And Bear, who is kind of like Oculus's closest like confidant, really. If Boudica is the brains of the operation, then Bear is kind of the heart and soul of it. And Bear says, look, Darkstar's right. We can't just let her die down there. You know, we've got to at least be there at the end if we fail on the moon. So given that Bear, who is like his most respected like mech warrior, says this to him, Oculus kind of sits back for a second and thinks, and he says, okay, Bear, you go to the Battle Master and prepare yourself. Darkstar, you go to the Orion and prepare yourself, and I'll be with you presently. So they go away to sit in their mech cockpits, and Oculus marches back to the, the canteen or wherever the other mech warriors are kind of awaiting instruction. And he basically says, right, code. So we'll load code up today. Metal. Where are you, Metal? There you are. Talon. And Vortex. He basically says to them all, you're going to do the moon mission, right? So you're going to kind of get the Lacura where it needs to get. So get in there, take 4 mechs, and do what you need to do. But the Highlander, the Battlemaster, and the Orion are taken. And it's at that point that Sam and Jessica are like, what are you doing? What's going on? So the other mech warriors go to their, to the mechs. And that's when Oculus tells them, and they go mad with him because first of all they want in on the action, but second of all they know that if they fail on the moon, Oculus and Bear and Dacta are basically going to their deaths to die by Kameya's side when the Taurians hit there. But Oculus remains resolute and he says to them both, look, if we fail, if this plan fails and the Directorate remain in charge, we're all going to die. Like, they're going to hunt us down because the Aurigan Directorate will basically want revenge. We're here in this like lost tech ship that no doubt Comstar will come and get when we lose the protection of the Aurigan Restoration. So if we do fail, I would need you two, so that's Jessica and Samantha, to control things in regards to the wider company, fly to the moon, pick up any survivors from that mission if it fails, and get the hell out of this area of space, make for Canopian space, strip the Argo down, sell it, sell the mechs, get new identities, and disappear into Canopian society, which you could plausibly do because the Canopians are a very individualistic society. They're not all about state regime power or anything like that. So that's kind of Oculus's final order, or what he thinks might be his final order, and then he marches down to the mech bay himself and sits in his Highlander cockpit. And those 3 mech warriors are now basically waiting to see what happens in case they fail on the moon mission. So they will then shoot down to Coromodir to be by Kameya's side. Presumably to die at that point because the Taurians will have landed their dropship with their many war machines and mechs on there. But first of all, before that happens, we have got to play the moon mission. I'm going to change the lineup of this slightly. So I'll actually put Talon in code spot here. Let's just change this around a little bit. I've got some notes on the previous time I played this through, and it is slightly confusing. But in the first bay, we've actually got a rumble seat passenger. So our engineer will be with us today to basically help the mission along to get the Lacura onto the Taurian ship, and it is in the first bay. Slightly confusing, it doesn't really tell you that. So in this first bay today, I'm actually going to put the catapult. The catapult is jump capable and relatively quick, and we're going to need to get to the basically other end of the map to get the engineer in place. Next up, we'll bring 2 tanks. Now, again, self-imposed rules. I can't bring the Highlander, the Battlemaster, or the Orion. What we will go today for is the Marauder. Marauder's got the UAC-10 double plus on there, so it's a good finisher mech. Vortex, very competent pilot as well. So he's kind of the spearheading up this team, really. Metal then will be in the Black Knight. He's got decent enough gut skills, I think, to manage the Black Knight. And then finally we have got Code, and I think we will run the Archer with Code today. So we're only bringing one jump capable mech. But this mission, you need quite a bit of firepower. Indirect firepower is useful because you're almost in like a cityscape. It's kind of like what I see this mission as. Before they designed the DLC for the cities, this was probably the blueprint that they used, because you have to go into like a base and it's full of like buildings and elevated platforms. So it looks almost like a mini city. Anyway, there we are. That's the narrative that we are playing. This is very much like the Gamma Lance, for want of a better term. The one big positive here is that Code does have the final skill on the tactics tree, so he gets the +1 to initiative. So the Archer will be running as a medium mech today, which is super useful. So let's go ahead and deploy. There's also a pretty tricky secondary mission to get in this particular mission. And it comes really quite early on. And if you've watched the previous recordings, you'll know that one of my real intentions is to get all the secondary objectives in the priority missions on Ironman mode. So I've only got one more to get, and it is quite a tricky one. It's quite random as well. Like, there's not much you can do to stop it if it goes wrong. So fingers crossed that our luck holds out. I think there is a way to kind of mitigate to get the secondary objective, or to kind of make it in your favour. But I'd say there's a good 10 to 20% chance that it just goes wrong. Which is quite daunting, because I've been playing this game through for like the last 3 or 4 weeks, so I really want it to like work for when, you know, I'm going to put this out on YouTube, obviously, and it'd be nice if I can get all the secondary objectives on Ironman mode. So here we are, here is our Lance, and we've got some support by the looks of it. So sorry about the rough landing, Farah. You okay in there? Yeah, I'm alright. This rumble seat is even less comfortable than it looks though. Tell me about it. Did you find the care package I left in there for you? The explosives? Yes, I'll set them to bring down the control tower after I've uploaded the Lacura to the Iberia. So we've got, let's just have a look here. So we've got lots of secondary two secondary objectives. That's for APC Alpha and Bravo. So basically we need to get these APCs to these locations so they can send their troops to get the turrets. Now to get there, these APCs have got to go through like a wall of mechs and turrets as well. So if the opposition decide to target them, there's not much I can do about it. The way to mitigate that is to basically run in with the Lance as quickly as possible to try and draw the fire. But as I said, there's absolutely no guarantee that that will work, but we'll do our best. It does mean you have to take a little bit more flak damage than you probably like this early on, but that should be fine. Now, what you don't want to do in this particular mission is target the turrets, because eventually they will come on our side. Instead, like I say, I'm just going to sprint everyone in, try and keep them in the trees. We've got an Orion up top there, so that's a nasty thing to deal with in the first instance. But we've got lots of evasion pips, and we're in the trees with the Archer, so I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. We've got our we got the APCs, and I think then there are. Did I see? I can't remember what it said. What the other vehicle was. I think there are 2 vehicles in support as well, it looks like. Let's just see what they are. Ah, there they are. Yeah, Shrek PPC carriers, that's a great choice. And they've got regular PPC, so they'll have great range. So hopefully they can make a little bit of a difference today. Again, I'm not going to fire, just going to sprint everybody in to draw as much fire as possible. We've got 3 big lumbering mechs here in the Marauder, the Black Knight and the Archer. The catapult is obviously smaller, but the catapult's job will be to get to this area, which is where the objective is. And if she can do so, then do some indirect fire while we're at it. So we'll actually do that now. We'll jump in and give this Jenna something to think about. Very nice. Soften that up a little bit. And then our final big lad to move in here will be the Marauder. I'll put the Marauder down this left-hand flank here to support the other APC. So we've kind of got all our bases covered now. So if we do lose the secondary objective, I can at least say I've given it a good go. And I'm glad that they're firing at the Orion as opposed to the turrets, because I'd like the turrets to remain active for when we capture them, or hopefully we capture them. Surprised it can hit him actually, because it's like a big wall in front of the Orion there. Turrets are giving us some flak damage, but just put up with that. Just don't target them. They will come on our side eventually. And this is fine. We're in the trees. We've got evasion pips. So yes, we are taking some fire here, but it's not too bad. They're all big boys. These 3 heavy mechs. That was an AC-20 that missed us and went into the wall behind us. I'm not sure what fired that. But Art's taking a bit of a pound in here, but he looks like he's fine. The evasion pips did him very, very well there. What was that fired? Was it? Oh wow, it is. The heavy shredder turret has got an AC-20 on it. That's pretty brutal. I think we'll try and just get out of the way of that a little bit. Yeah, let's look at that. We got those lovely 80% there, so we are in the proximity, or that like perfect golden area where you get the SRM and the LRM percentages at a pretty high level. This may actually knock this fella over. No, he's unsteady, but there are PPCs on our side as well. APCs are crawling up there. I'm just hoping and praying that the mechs ignore them. Looks like they're doing that thus far, which is good. There's the other one. There's another catapult there as well. It's a C1. So it's catapult v catapult on this left flank. And we've got a head injury, but it's ignored because we have actually got the cockpit mod in the all the heavy mechs, I think, here, apart from the archer. I say the heavier mechs. The catapult has a rangefinder. I think the archer has a rangefinder as well. That sounds like something I will do because the archer needs to have a good level of range because if it's LRM attack. We'll bring Charlie, the big black knight, over to hopefully get into the structure of this Orion, which he does. And they're attacking the APC. But that was fine because that was a silly move to do like an LRM attack at that level. What we'll do now is hopefully wreck this catapult. I think actually I'm going to go for the Jenner because the Jenner gets to attack next. So let's try and take him out before he can hurt the APC. And he's had most of his weaponry destroyed there, so this is good. And Talon should be able to finish this Jenner off for us. Lovely stuff. So he won't be able to move on the next turn, obviously, because he's dead. But he would have. I might have had a chance to kind of get in and have an attack on that APC. Oh, triple shot by the PPC carrier there. So that's knocked down and left side destroyed. So this is going well thus far. This is good. They're still continuing fire on the Lance. Excellent. The APCs are very, very close to getting that objective now. They should get there on the next turn. Can the PPC carry a fire? Yes, it can. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely decimated that Orion. And they're hitting up the Marauder, but he is fine because he's in the trees there. Getting that 40% damage reduction bonus. Taking some stability damage there, though, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. These turret attacks won't last longer than this turn because we're going to take them over shortly, hopefully. So it's like in this mission, you just take your medicine early on and then the mission becomes relatively simple after that. Right, Art, let's go and... Yeah, there's nothing to worry about with this Orion. Should we go for the Vindicator? I think we shall. Lovely stuff. And the APC is through. Thank goodness. Vindicator does a PPC attack, but that's fine. We're in the trees. We can take that. Ah, secondary objective complete. Lovely stuff. And stupid thing to do. LRM spam. Although he might knock us down here. Yeah, we've been knocked down, but that's fine. Did we lose the cockpit mod, actually? We did. So he's had 2 injuries, but he got a free one. That's fine, though. That's not a problem. We're going to have to kill that catapult, I think. It's turned its back to us, so we'll do a priority strike on him and hopefully take out his rear armour. So yes, he knocked him over, but he has given away his rear armour as a result, which is not a good idea. And Talon now is going to... Let's have a think. I think we'll just take out the Orion there. And then on the next turn, she can jump up on the platform and run to the objective. Ooh, the PPC is coming in now. Good choice, going for the Vindicator. Excellent. Left arm destroyed. They might knock him over here as well. And Vortex 2 is going to have to stand up. And can he swing around for a rear attack? He can. Nice. So this will be the end of the catapult. Oh, not quite. Still in the great race there. Amazing, he survived 2 rear attacks there from 2 heavy mechs. And that Vindicator is being absolutely smashed to pieces by the PPCs. And Code can... we can get... Oh, we can't do multiple shots. He doesn't have that skill, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm more worried about the catapult here. So let's just LRM his back. That will hopefully take him out. And he's still in the game. Madness. I did that wrong, actually. I think I positioned it so we could only do the LRM attack, but it's fine. Now, can someone just rid me of this catapult? Sink the heat. Still alive! LRM 15 destroyed though, so he has very little firepower left. That also puts him in with the assaults now. So he loses the point of initiative, so his days are almost up. I think we should actually be able to finish him off with Mina. Oh, no. Look, he's still got a full centre. Take his leg out then. Yeah, I've actually played it quite badly trying to take him out. Should have just played it a little bit more simply. Generating too much heat with the Marauder, so we're going to have to do a physical stomp here. And that's taken him out. Wow, right into the centre torso. And I thought we'd be struggling with that, but this is good. So the Vindicator is still left. But the PPCs may be able to finish him off. Maybe? No? No, they can't. Code should be able to, though. Let's get this right this time. Nice. So, I believe there are 2 other lances that will be thrown at us. Now, we've got the turrets on our side now, so this is very, very good. I think the first lance kind of gets dropped right in the middle of us, and the second lance gets dropped on like the other side of the board here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to prep for that a little bit and get everyone kind of in this area just with a little bit of cover, and just wait on whatever is going to get thrown at us next. I'm kind of guessing it's in and around this area that the next lance gets put. So let's get everyone in the vicinity and ready for action. Delilah's armor's not great, so I'm just going to fall her back a little bit here. Metal is very good on the armor. I don't think he's been touched a very, very small amount, so he's okay. The archer's taken a bit of a pounding as well, so we'll drop them 2 back a little bit. So, alright, I'm inside. Should take me a few minutes to find the array's control center, hook up the drive, and prep the system to transmit the Lycura to the Iberia. She couldn't finish a sentence there. Heads up, Commander, we've got a Directorate Lance touching down. Right, what have we got here? We have got a Catapult K2, a Thunderbolt, a Quick Draw, and a Warhammer. So that's a pretty damn tough lance there. So we'll get into the trees for sure. Has anyone dropped in the open? I think this Quick Draw has... We can't get a direct fire on him. We can there. Yeah, I think we'll take that actually. Excellent. We've also got the PPCs who are going to be hitting from behind, the PPC carriers. Targeting the turrets, that won't do you any good, son. The heavy turrets as well, so very good armor levels. Vortex, again we're going to keep in the trees. What have we got here? I think we'll go for that Warhammer. Again, he's not in cover there, so we should get some decent damage on him. Got a stray shot there as well, which was nice. K2 here. Oh, okay. They've killed the APC, but it doesn't matter because the crew are out of it. So we've still got the secondary mission. That's all that matters. It's really weird. I don't know why they're targeting the APC. Charles in the Black Knight, you certainly will target the catapult now. This will hopefully hurt him quite badly. Lovely. Shaved off a lot of armour then. The Warhammer's going to blow that up, I think. Yep. That's fine, as long as they're not targeting me. I'd like them to not target the PPC carriers as well, because they are super useful. As is this cheeky chap now, because we can basically just swing around and do LRM spams against the enemy here, so that's very nice. Let's go for the... We'll go for the quick draw, because we might knock him over, which will be useful. Destroyed a jump jet, and two M laser critical. If the PPCs can get some rear shots on there, that will be very nice indeed. Again, they're hitting up the turrets. Have a lot of armor though to the heavy turrets. And rear shots, oh, nasty for you on the K2 there. And he split his attack. Oof, nice. Good pilots in these. Oh, awesome stuff. So there goes one of his PPCs. Sensor lock there by the turrets. And this quick draw now is probably going to take a bit of a pounding. Hopefully they can get some missile attacks on there to knock him over. Another jump jet destroyed. And he's knocked down, so it's not looking good for them. Head hit there on the K2. And PPC crit, heat sink destroyed. So they're not having a good time of it. Now, what shall I do here? What's your armour like? Terrible. So we should be able to destroy you relatively easily with the SRMs. Yeah, we'll just keep you back. We'll just SRM spam this chap. We'll keep our LRMs on ice for now. So there goes the K2. I think all we have to do is actually survive this mission for 8 more turns. So there's like a ticking clock in our advantage this time. There goes another turret. And Talon, she's just going to move and fire, move and fire. That's her job today. Let's go for the quick draw. This will knock him over. Left torso destroyed. Another M laser crit. And he's been knocked over. No, not knocked over. Wow. Can't believe he stayed on his feet then. Again, they're really going in for the turrets here, which is a bizarre choice. That will not help them at all. How many mechs are left here? Just 3, I think. Yeah, we've got the Warhammer, the Thunderbolt up there. I really don't want to come out of cover, so we'll remain in cover and just target this Warhammer. Lovely shooting there. Left torso, left arm, and left leg destroyed, so that'll knock him over. Turrets can get some revenge on him now for basically destroying 2 of them. Should give them a nice easy shot. And good old Charlie. Let's go and finish this Warhammer off. Actually, he's only got 15 left. So what I'm going to do is, I will shoot at him, but just we'll sink out the remainder of our heat here and just finish him off. There we go. We got lucky then, we actually missed with the L laser. So hopefully, yeah, we're going to say the PPCs can finish off the quick draw here. There he goes. Just the Thunderbolt left now. Star of the show, these guys. Absolutely amazing. This Thunderbolt's goose is well and truly cooked. He's right in the middle of a kill zone here. We've got some lovely percentages there on our missile weapons, so this will knock him over for sure. Devastating. Head hit as well. And getting the trees just to play it a little bit safe, and let's just try and finish this guy off. Again, Talon with a little bit of move and fire here. So useful to have that catapult LRM spam in the background. Just gives you such a nice option for that indirect fire. I just love the catapult. I love everything about it. I love how it looks. I love its weapon loadouts. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing mech. Gorgeous, beautiful mech. Right, now there are no enemies on the board at the moment, but I think another lance gets put either down here or up here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run my guys and girls into the trees. I'm going to bring the catapult back. Maybe draw some fire because she hasn't been touched yet. She is heavy as well, so she can take a little bit of a punch. But I'll keep everyone else in the trees here just to keep them nice and safe. Don't want any nasty surprises. Here we are, so another mech lance inbound. What have we got here? Got a Jenner targeting the turrets, of course. Looks like some assault mechs there as well. So we've got a Battlemaster, a Banshee, and a Jaeger mech. The Banshee is pathetic. Oh no, actually this version's not too bad. Double PPCs. There's certain variants of the Banshee that are just absolute garbage, but this one's not too bad. Let's start giving them some LRM fire then. I think we'll probably focus in on that Jenner first of all, so it can't do any outflanking. Again, going right for the turrets. Metal, what attacks can you get there? Just the ERL laser. So I think instead we'll sprint up here, get behind these buildings for a bit of cover. Vortex, you can move up nice and slowly and just bleed some heat. And Talon, you can just do your little party trick here and start LRM spamming them from a distance. Knock this little Jenner over in time for the turrets to finish it off, hopefully. Awesome. I'm completely biased, but whenever I see the catapult, it's star of the show for me. Always like, mech of the match, if you want to put it that way. Just love it. Love the catapult. Those PPC carriers now, unfortunately, are a little bit out of range to make a difference, but they really have done a fantastic job for me. The question is now, can I defeat this lance before the turns run out? That would be nice. I think it's supposed to be really dramatic, like, oh, you're all messed up and they're all coming at you from every angle, but brought a pretty solid lance today, so I don't really think that was ever going to happen. I think that's Samira. It's definitely flying the purple and yellow of the dust counters. Commander Farah, I've just touched down, but we've got a problem. I have a squadron of Directorate Aerospace fighters on radar and they're heading our way. Damn it, we need to clear out of here before they arrive. How much time have we got? Not much, and they're carrying enough hardware to blow our Leopard to hell and back again. I can do this, just keep the Directorate off me, Commander. I need only a few more minutes. They mentioned air power there. You don't really see air power in this game. It kind of gets intimated at, but you never really see it. Jenner has gone the way of the Dodo here, so let's just bring up the Archer nice and slowly, do some LRM spamming. Definitely going to keep a priority target as the Battlemaster here, because that's the real threat in this lance. Then the Jägermech, then the Banshee. And again, they're just going for the turrets, which is fine by me. By the time they've destroyed all the turrets, we'll have ruined half of the lance. Charlie now. Go on then, Charlie, we'll run you in, because you've got very little damage. And we'll go for the Jägermech this time. We've got the best range on there. Hopefully take out an arm. Lovely stuff. Left arm gone. Language, Timothy. I think we'll pile into the Jägermech in the first instance here. It's kind of, it looks desperate to be destroyed. Just sat out there in the open. Yeah, it's got to die. Lots of stability damage as well, and it's the closest enemy. What have we got here? Got some okay percentages. I think we'll take those and knock this chap over. Nice. Oh, very, very nice. So the 2 assault mechs are left, and we've still got a few turrets on the board, I think. 1, 2 that I can see here. And the catapult is basically a walking turret. There's one over there as well, but I don't know if that's in range of anything. And they're just turret hunting. It will not save you, sir. It will not save you. So can I destroy these 2 assault mechs in 4 turns? I think I probably can. Battlemaster's now taken internal structure damage. We're not in SRM range yet, unfortunately, but we'll LRM spam this Battlemaster. We've also got the catapult who can do the same from the other side. In fact, let's do that first. Get that stability damage as high as possible on you. Left arm destroyed. I think that's just where the machine guns are, maybe a laser. Yeah, just the machine guns actually. And Big Delilah now. Left torso destroyed, I think that's where the SRM is on a Battlemaster. It is indeed, and 3 M lasers. Ouch. And we should now be able to take this chap out with the Black Knight, or at least knock it over for the turrets. Ooh, not knocked over. I think the PPC carriers have just given up. They're just like, yeah, we've done our job for today. We're just going to sit at the gate. Which I don't blame them for at all. Oh, no, here they are. Are they going to get the kill on the Battlemaster? That would be nice. Banshee now coming in. Double PPC, but can't hit. I think the turrets might finish this chap off. Or maybe not. Code. Maybe we'll get that on, and I will certainly knock it over. 2 turns left to destroy the Banshee. Can we do it? That would be nice. Let's start with a good old-fashioned LRM spam. Just soften up that left-hand side. Very well armoured, the Banshee, and it's got a very, very nice physical attack, but ain't a good mech. Drop the impulses there. I'll just do that precision shot with the UAC-10. Critted one of the PPCs there. So he is right on the cusp. I love like working in unison with a mech. You know, when one kind of comes up a little bit and fires, then the other one kind of gets a bit closer. That's kind of the main tactic in BattleTech. Like you don't really want to try and leave anyone stranded. Not when you're doing like direct fire teams like that. You want to kind of do that move and fire, and then LRM supports. Good old fashioned military tactic that. Kind of try and get to the cover and pop out of cover, draw a bit of fire. It's all fun and games. And again, he's still targeting the turrets, which is quite simply insane. And now he's getting pilloried by the... Oh, here we are.
time, my ship will enter weapons range of your position. At that time, your lives will come to an abrupt end. I suggest you pray to whatever gods you...
Yeah, your days are numbered, Ostergaard. There goes the Banshee to the floor. And I think we've got to give the kill here to the beautiful, lovely catapult. Yeah, it's this guy's toast. We'll go for the centre torso. Got absolutely no interest in Banshee salvage. And we've done it. We've killed everybody before the time ran out, which is nice. I think we might have to... Oh, that's it. I think we got it. Oh, fire! We are out of time. Those fighters are almost in weapon range. I need to come get you now. Remote trigger armed, explosive primed. I'm ready. Meet me at the evac point and we'll get the hell out of here.
Mission successful.
Awesome. Well, that was pretty textbook. Hopefully the next mission will be textbook, because the next mission can be a little bit dicey. Over 3 million Seabills for that. Brilliant. An injury to Vortex, he's out for 12 days. No structure damage though there, and everyone got a kill, so that was lovely. Gamelant's doing us proud there. In terms of salvage, we're just looking for that plus weaponry, or another TTS for ballistics. That's awesome. Got loads of rangefinders, so we'll leave that. Every heat sink in the entire game here. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, gyro plus for stability damage. 800,000 Seabills. That's a real find. The arm mod, it's got the tonnage on there, so we're not going to take that. PPC, I've got loads plus variants. That's useful. That's useful. No missiles at all. Don't see any SRMs there. That's one SRM. Wow. And, you know, we might as well take the Banshee as well, just to sell it. Nice bit of extra cash there. That's fine. Right, now, so if you remember from my little narrative thing, Oculus, Bear and Darkstar are sat in their mechs waiting to see what happens. Now, that mission has succeeded, so they're like, okay, what do we need to do now? Because here we see the Iberia crashing down to Coromodir, and the Taurians are now out of the fight. I feel quite bad for Ostergaard. Like, he kind of, even though he's a lunatic, he did have his son kind of killed, and that was kind of us that did that. Speaking of his son, very typical Taurian move though. They are pretty extreme people, which is understandable. You know, they're out on the periphery. They're a very like codified state though. They're not extremists or savages or anything like that. They're a healthy civilization. They just tend to be slightly vengeful and trigger happy. So here's Kamea. So the Iberia is gone. Uncle Ostergaard can't help you and you have no more cards to play. For the good of our people, you must end this. Our order your troops to stand down. Our people, that's what this has always been about, you know. Had you only listened to me, I would never have taken your throne. I didn't desire power for its own sake. My only care was for the reach. Its prosperity, its enduring glory. And yet you reached for that glory on the backs of our people. This thing that you've built, it isn't who we are. Your directorate has fallen, uncle. Clinging to it will not help the reach. Nothing will help the reach, not anymore. This war has doomed us all. The realm bleeds, Kamea, where weaker now than we've ever been, and soon enough the sharks will begin to circle. If that happens, Lady Rano knows where to find me. You're a talented mercenary, Lemuel Durant. I'll give you that. But can your company hold off the full might of the Capellan Confederation or the Fed Sons? How about the Free Worlds League? When the knives fall and they can reach, you won't be able to protect it. Nobody will. That's a problem for another day. The truth of the matter, Uncle, is that you only have one more decision to make. Will you surrender and save the lives of your soldiers, or will you allow your pride to condemn them? As I said, niece, this was never about me. Coromodir is yours. No, father, you cannot do this. The reach depends on the directorate for survival, for glory. You told me that yourself, that if we fail, the realm will die. The directorate has already fallen. Victoria were lost. Continuing to fight would only cost more lives. Cost lives? Cost lives? You ordered me to kill 11,000 people on Perdition, and now you care about bloodshed? There is an ocean of blood on my hands, Father. I spilled it because you told me it was necessary, and it was, but our gambit has failed. It's over, Victoria. I know that's hard for you to accept, but you must stand down. No, Father, you may have gone craven, but I am a mech warrior. I will die before I concede defeat. You want this world, Kamea? Come and fight me for it. Your lance against mine at the tourney grounds. The contest was denied us, you and me, to the death for the reach. Aren't you tired of death yet, cousin? Was the Perdition massacre not enough for you? I did that for the reach, for our people. It was my responsibility. I didn't have a choice, but you don't understand, and you never will. And so I will make things easy for you. You don't have to understand why I've done the things I've done. You need only face me in the arena, where I will best you as I always have, as I was trained to do. You will give me what I want, or your dear Alexander will pay the price. My father was too weak to kill him, but I am not. Accept my challenge, Kamea. Accept it, or I will grind him to pulp under my battle mech's foot. I almost pity you. You'll have your fight, Victoria, and yours will be the last blood that I spill in this war. Prepare your mech warriors, Oculus. When I face my cousin in the arena, I want your company by my side. I wouldn't miss this for the world. I'll see you there. Right, so now we've got Kamea with us in the Atlas 2, and we already know what lance we're taking. It's the Highlander, the Black Knight, and the Orion, and that will be Oculus and Bear and Darkstar. So, not really much to say about the loadouts. If you've been watching previous episodes, you'll have seen all these three mechs in play before. So let's go ahead and deploy. Because this is like a traditional battle in an arena, I'm omitting my usual kind of lance, which is 2 tanks and 2 jump mechs. I've got 1 jump capable mech in the Highlander, but the Highlander absolutely packs a lethal punch. And yeah, the other 3 are just big tanks, basically. The Battlemaster's there with the UAC 20 double plus to finish mechs off. The Orion's there with the LB 20X plus to shave off armour. And then the Atlas 2 is obviously an incredible mech. So it can do basically anything. Can even LRM spam. So, this is it. Final showdown. Incoming transmission. Victoria, I need you to listen to me. The Directorate has fallen. Our armies have been routed, even as I speak. The Restoration forces are closing on Concordia City. If you kill your cousin now, the entire Reach will fall into anarchy. And if Kamea wins, the Reach is doomed anyway. You've been telling me that for years now. Was it our lie, Father? Victoria, this is not the time for a debate. You will attend to my words and obey me, as you always have. I order you to stand down for the good of the Reach. The Directorate is the Reach, Father, and I will never stop fighting for it. Wallow in your cowardice. I will win this war in spite of you. She's cut the line. You're going to have to put her in the ground, Lady Arano. She's too far gone for this to end any other way. If that is her choice, then so be it. I'll do what I must to save Lord Madeira. Fall in on me, mech warriors. We have one more wrong to right. Right, so these are the tourney grounds. So very interesting about this. You can see there's like an arena up top here. Although if you're in that arena, you're very brave, because you'll be taking quite a lot of flack, presumably, from like mech warriors who can't shoot. We've then got water source, some like I don't know, some structures to kind of give us some cover, and some trees and rubble as well. Just worth pointing out, there is actually an arena in the BattleTech like galaxy. I think I want to say it's in the Lyran Commonwealth, where they've got like an old Lost Tech shield that defends the audience from flak. I don't know if it's on Solaris. I don't think it is. Solaris is like the place where the mech warriors have their gladiatorial games. But this just looks like a proper like football type stadium. There's no chance in hell you'd get me in there to watch events like this, because I can imagine it will kill a lot of the audience, unfortunately. Anyway, let's sprint up with our lance here. We're going to make right for these trees over on this right hand flank. That will become our centre eventually. Yeah, so let's get everyone up as far as they can go. The Battlemaster looks pretty nippy. We're going to keep the Battlemaster kind of with a little bit of cover, because he's going to be key to this with that UAC 20 and the Orion there as well. So they'll kind of work in tandem with each other. It took you long enough, Kamea. I was beginning to wonder if you turn tail and run. It wouldn't have been the first time. So what have we got here? We've got the King Crab, brutal machine of death. It looks like we've got a Jägermech, an Awesome, and a Catathract. I think that is. Just a very decent lance. The King Crab in this game, you can't actually get the salvage from it. It's like a one-off. It's like a special variant of the King Crab that she's using. If I remember rightly, it's got like an incredible amount of like plus weaponry on there. It's got like a special move as well. Like it takes less damage than usual mechs do. It's pretty insane, honestly. It's definitely a priority target, let's put it that way. I'm here for you, Victoria, and the justice of House Serrano rides with me. How poetic. I have no justice for you, Kamea, no flowery words, only pain and death and humiliation with Lord Madeira as your audience. Let him go, Victoria, now. Quit wasting your breath. We've both waited long enough for this. Come to me, cousin. Let's finish this. So that's the Catathract there moving in. Now, what we need to do is really to kind of keep as much distance as we can between that King Crab and always keep in cover. So I'll keep the Orion out a little bit on the right-hand side, a little bit farther away because he's the weakest of us. I did want to have I wanted a heavy mech in this lance though because it's kind of poetic. Because I've been so kind of prominent in using the heavy mech, so it's good to have one on show in this particular mission. Give this Jägermech a bit of an attack here, but yeah, did very little damage, but that's fine. Just let him know we're here. And there is the 100-ton beast. Oculus will jump and fire. Nice, we're into the structure there, that's lovely. And he's like, got the whole brace up there, so I don't know how we managed to get in the structure there. Awesome, ooh, it's the ST, which is the variant of the Awesome I really would like to get. I think I've got 1 point of salvage, so secondary objective, personal secondary objective, if I can get 3 points of salvage on that Awesome, that would be glorious. I think what I'll do to that end is leave him until last, and we'll target actually Kamea in the first instance. Not Kamea, sorry, Victoria, not Kamea, she's on our side. That'll knock him over. We destroyed the AC-5 there, so that's nice. These are all the elite variants of Mech Warriors, so they actually get like in excess, I think, of the skills that you can actually get in-game. Catathract here. Catathract's a pretty decent mech. It's got the PPC and an AC-10. It's actually more than a decent mech. It's a very good mech. It's a Capellan mech. And don't want to pop your head out. It got very, very short range as the Orion, but I'm absolutely not going to bring him out here. So I think we'll just allow him to give the Catathract a bit of an attack, cheeky attack. Just shave some of his armor off. Jägermech's on its feet, but it's lost one of its AC-5s because we managed to destroy it. Let's get Oculus up on high. We might be able to finish off the Jägermech here.
All weapons committed.
Not quite, but he is absolutely on his last legs. Good to get one of them out of the way. King Crab coming up now, presumably for an AC-20 double attack. Yep, we've got one hit, one miss. So that's fine. Devastating blow that, so she's got special moves on that mech. Let's just have a look at this beast. That is insane. 2 AC-20 treble pluses, 4 impulses, and 4 Flamer treble pluses. I don't think you can get Flamer treble pluses in the game, so goodness knows what they do. She's also got a special move here of nothing to lose. This unit fights with an unstoppable drive, taking 20% less damage and having a much higher critical chance. One sources provide this effect. So yeah, she is nasty. But let's go. We're going to just drop back a little bit here, keep in the cover and just take out this Jägermech, hopefully. Lovely stuff. And now any precision strikes that I've got saved up, I'm actually going to give them on the King Crab. Ouch. The Highlander's probably going to get its structure eaten into here a little bit. Might have to drop him back, actually, on the next turn. We'll put Kamea front and centre, and we'll do a precision strike. 5% on the head, so we'll actually go for the torsos in the first instance. You missed the AC-20 there. That's not good. We're in cover though, so we should be alright.
Okay, that won't hurt.
Catathrax got, he should have stayed in the water then, because he's really heated up, so that will really kind of mitigate his chances in I can't remember what I was going to say then. I completely lost my train of thought. I'll move on. Right, on to the king crab. We are just going to keep... I'm so concerned about that king crab. I've lost my train of thought. So we are just going to keep trying to keep hammering on this chap. Oh, and yeah, that's awful. Definitely going to be dropping back with him on the next turn.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
So Oculus is absolutely smashed to hell here. So we're going to jump back. I think that gives him cover behind there. So he can jump back, and then I think we will... Oh, we've actually done some damage to ourselves with heat there. That's weird. And we can't brace, so let's just censor out the king crab here. Be quite poetic if one of the mech warriors gets like really badly injured. I don't actually mind that in the kind of end mission. Be quite fun to see. Now, Kamea, can you do a better job this time, please? And start to chew into this king crab for us. That's better. Much better. Good show. And we destroyed some AC-20 ammo. Whew. Very nice. Battlemaster now will do exactly the same again. We might have to do our cheeky coolant vent trick here. Yes, we will. And again, we're going to precision strike. Hopefully take out one of its AC-20s here. Awesome stuff. That makes a massive difference. There's only one AC-20 in play now. You're as much a victim as you are a murderer, Victoria. Your father raised you to kill in his name. And you're a fool. Your father raised you to believe you were the hero of some ridiculous fairy tale, and you still believe it, even now. I don't know what I believe anymore, but this madness must end, and if you won't stop it, I will. Catathrax going in the water, sensibly. Yeah, the Orion can still take his hits there, he's fine. Just going to get him behind the Battlemaster here, and he can just hopefully do a little bit more damage to the king crab. One AC-20 though now, so... Oh, although that will actually probably shut us down. Not shut us down, but we've done heat damage. Not too worried about that though. Now, Kamea, can you get the final kill on your cousin? Probably for the best if she does the death dealing here, given it's her family. Not sure I'd like that on my conscience. We'll go for the other torso, I think. We'll actually do the coolant vent on this turn as well. Precision strike. And what are the armor levels like here? Oh, I think we maybe best go in center torso, just trying to finish it here. Didn't quite get it, but very badly chewed up. She's playing far too aggressively with that king crab. I think if she'd have kept it back a little bit, she probably would have done us a lot more damage. Now, Oculus... No, well actually... It would be quite symbolic actually if like the... oh, it's Bear doing the attack here, isn't it? I thought it might be Darkstar, but it's not. Bear may get the kill here. Can he be the hero of the day? Yes, he can. Never says a word, that guy, either. Like, he's a very quiet chap. So, hero of the Oregon Reach. All of this death, the coup, perdition, mastiff, all of it for nothing. Okay, you are dead, Victoria. Your words are finished. Now, I'm just going to keep Oculus back here and brace him. He can jump in on the next turn and hopefully take out these two chaps.
And Coromodir is free.
Now, I would love to get this this awesome. So, what I'll do here, let's play smart here. So we're just going to go into the trees and brace, just get rid of that excess heat. This awesome's very good, but we've got a massive advantage here because we're in the trees and we've got some really tough weaponry for them to get through. So we'll target the Catathract first.
The Directorate.
We've already come for Kamea. A little bit late for that.
Copy that.
Beautiful. Oh, absolutely beautiful. The Catathract's another mech that I'd like as well. I've got one piece of salvage from it, but I'd far prefer to get this this cheeky little awesome here. Just going to brace everyone down. Oculus can just do some LRM spamming. I really want him out of the trees. I want him to come out into the open so I can precision strike his legs. That's going to be the plan here, I think. Come to me, awesome. Yes, that's it. Come to me. Beautiful. Can't really hurt us. Not when we're in the trees like this. So, Kamea. Again, I think I'm just going to sink that heat. All those double heat sinks just get rid of everything. Bear. I think we'll just brace with you as well. I really would like that. Awesome. Now, I think we'll bring Oculus here. So you can jump down on the next turn. We'll just LRM spam this guy because that's like a free attack, really. Get him some stability damage. Just going to brace up with everybody else. Good, he hasn't moved, which means he's a sitting duck. It's a little bit after the Lord Mayor's show, this, isn't it? But I just would love to have this awesome on the books. Missed with the AC-20 again, but she got some good shots on the leg there by the looks of it. Yeah, lovely stuff there. We're going for a flank here. We've got enough armour, so we should be able to do this. Come on now, Bear. You've already had like one hero moment. Let's see if you get another. Oh, maybe not. Oh, look at that. We're into the centre armour. Ah, that's not good. We've got one little trick up our sleeve that I can do. I'm very conscientious, though, that Lemuel's got horrible armour. Oh, sorry, no armour, actually. So we'll show our right side. That should protect him from being absolutely smashed. We're going to try for a headshot. Pray to the BattleTech gods.
All weapons committed.
We got a head hit, and he's going to take a point of life off here. He's an elite lancer, though, so he probably has like 18 lives. And he's centre torso, he's now at 52. This is going to be so difficult. I don't think we have that many precision shots left, but we can actually do... let's just target one M-laser on the leg here. I think we got that. So he will stand up now. But he doesn't have much weaponry... Oh, he doesn't. No, he does have weaponry left. Good, he's going for the Atlas, that's fine. Oh, I really want that awesome. What's his armour like now? 1 on that leg. But if we knock him down... If we can just knock him down... Right, what damage levels? So we'll take the Gauss rifle off. 52. I shouldn't have moved with the Highlander. Should have used one of the others with the M lasers. Ugh. Okay. 1 LRM. Precision strike on that leg. Because we only need 1 point of damage. We won't destroy the centre torso with this. We get it. Nice. That'll knock him over and it'll lose another life.
Critical damage detected.
Still not dead. I think he's lost 4 lives now, though. You can go in the water, do some cooling off. And we've got... What have we got, armour? 26. Typical that all the M lasers do 25. Centre torso's 48, so we can do 2 M lasers. If they both hit, we get the awesome. No, that was completely terrible. We got the centre torso there. Oh man, that's awful. I'm not going to shoot Ikamea because she's not a great shot, so we'll just bring her back and cool her off. Oh man. Oh, he gets 30 damage on that laser. Can you do it for us? Can you get the leg? I think he's done it. He's only gone and done it. That should, I think, give us 3 points of salvage, which means I get the awesome S. Is it the ST? Oh, what a cherry on the cake that is. That's brilliant. Over 4 million C-bills as well. So that catapults us now into a really high C-bill level. That was beautiful. That was absolute textbook. Oh, we only get 2 points. Oh, defeated. Oh, gutted. I think, to be fair though, that's not too bad because we probably will see the ST. Sorry, the ST, the 8T at some point. So it's not the end of the world. I only need 1 point of salvage. It's much like the Annihilator. I only need 1 point to get the Annihilator as well. We'll take the Cataphracts because that's a mech I would like. We don't get any of the salvage from the King Crab, unfortunately. Double plus arm mod. No good, that's got lots of tonnage, so we'll take the LRM 15. In fact, no, we will take the arm mod because why not? It's worth a bit of money as well. 150,000 C-bills. Well, you can't have everything, eh? Never mind. I will get it eventually. I will go hunting for that variant of the awesome because I really do want it. And that is it.
I began this restoration because my birthright was stolen, and I wanted it back. Not for the people of the Reach, but because it was mine. I wanted war, for all the wrong reasons. But on Weldry, I traded that naivete for nobler purpose. Seeing my people suffering with my own eyes taught me why I must fight. On Artru, I found humility. Blinded by righteousness, I was reckless in my pursuit of power, and it almost cost us the war. On Guldra, I learned to steel my heart. I chose necessity over conscience, a choice that nearly broke me. Finally, on Coromodir, the world of my birth, I found resolve, and standing over my cousin's broken body, victory. Only through these lessons, paid for in blood, did I become a ruler worthy of title. A high lady prepared to sit the cornered throne, the protector of Coromodir, the sword of restoration. But this question still plagues me. Am I a hero? Did I sacrifice too much at the altar of victory? Do my triumphs outweigh my mistakes? War is a clash between conscience and necessity, an ocean of chaos and bloody compromise. War shapes history. And history chooses its heroes.
It's a bit of a Steiner move, that, to have the two mechs by the throne. I think that's what the Lyran Commonwealth do.
As for you, mercenary, you made the liberation of the Oregon Reach a reality. Every trial I faced would have been my last without your skill on the battlefield. I still don't know if you fought for honor, or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you believe it, because others do. As I believed in the heroes of my father's stories. After all, when we are gone, stories are what remain.
And there we are, end of the game. So there's a mission debriefing now. Oh, first of all, we got the team here at Harebrained Schemes. Let's just skip out of that. Epilogue. In orbit, Coromodir. Lemuel, Darius, Samira, Yang, Farah, through your courage, skill and sacrifice, the Reach has been saved and I've reclaimed my throne. Without any one of you, our campaign would have ended in tragedy. I can never adequately repay you for your service to the Reach. We should include Bear in there as well, given he just destroyed your cousin. I owe you a great debt as well. Without your company's help, I would be dead. I consider it a great honour to call you friends. The feeling is mutual, Lomidera. We'll miss you having around the Argo. That means a great deal to me, Commander Durant. Thank you. It's a new era for the Reach, and I have your company to thank for it. The Directorate has fallen, Victoria is dead, and my uncle is in chains. Where are we? You took Espinosa alive. What are you going to do with him? Initially, I was going to try him myself, but Alexander convinced me otherwise. There are risks inherent in holding such a man for any length of time. And the Reach is in a fragile enough state as it is. Don't worry though, he'll receive a taste of justice soon enough. Excuse me. Consider my curiosity piqued. What will you do with him? Yeah, I thought as much. We've handed him to Protector Thomas Calderon to be tried as a mastermind behind the Perdition massacre. His war crimes tribunal is being assembled as we speak. The Taurians were quite appreciative of the gesture. I'm sure they were, and that's the last we'll hear of Director Espinosa. He brought his fate upon himself. I'm afraid that our time is growing short, Oculus. We have a great deal of work to do if we're going to recover from this war. But if you have any final questions before we move on to the subject of pay, I'll be happy to hear them. The subject of pay her, as it happens, I can't think of anything I'd rather talk about. Very good, Oculus. You've certainly earned it. For your exemplary work, both on and off the battlefield, your financial debts are now forgiven. Those were the terms of our arrangement, but you deserve a little more than that, I think. From this moment forward, the Argo is yours. I relinquish her into your control. You may consider her a bonus for a job well done. That's quite right as well, given how much money we've ploughed into making her serviceable again. A second token of my appreciation is on its way to your mech bay now, Oculus. Please accept it with compliments. I don't often get overpaid by my clients. I could get used to it. I'm sure you could. And with that, Oculus, I'm afraid that I must return to matters of state. My people need me, and I must get back to helping them where I can. You will always be remembered as friends of the Reach, every one of you. We'll see you again someday, I'm sure. I'd like that. Until then, I'll bid you a fond farewell. Be well, Oculus. I wish you success in your adventures to come. I guess that's it. Our contract with Lady Arano is over, the Argo is ours, and we're free to do whatever we please. Man, it feels weird saying that. We can go wherever, we can do whatever we want. We're not beholden to anyone. It's a pretty sweet feeling, I've got to say. So, who else wants to go find some new trouble to get into? Peacetime is beautiful and all, but I'm starting to feel a little stale in here. I'm game if you are. Trouble is our business. After all, we've got more than enough battle mechs to handle whatever fate throws our way. Whatever fate throws our way, her sounds like a challenge to me. Roger that, Lemuel. I'll pull up a fresh batch of contracts. Take your stations, everybody. Let's go find ourselves a new adventure. Now that the war is over and we're debt-free, we can go wherever we want on the star map. No more hostile nations or sealed borders to worry about. It feels good, I've got to say. Now that I've reclaimed my throne, the Reach is again at peace. As such, I imagine you'll more than likely need this Atlas II than I am. Or you're more likely to need this Atlas II than I am. Take it with my compliments, Oculus. You've earned it. What a gift that is as well. An Atlas II. The DHT model carries more energy weaponry and usually a lighter, more flexible autocannon. It still has an unbelievable protection and the same crushing melee ability as the other Atlas models. And there we are. The day is won. As I think Samiri it was who said then, we can now go anywhere. So we can actually go to the inner sphere if we wish to do so. What will happen now is that over a period of time, random missions will start appearing. They're called the Flashpoint missions. Before that time, though, I'm actually going to make my way over here to, I think it's this system. No. Yes, here we are. Dunionshire. Dunionshire has a former Star League presence, but it's also got like research on there as well. I think if we actually go to the, not biofilter, where is it? Store filter, and if we go to advanced Star League, you can see that it's actually listed. And now we can go anywhere. We can actually go into Canopian space. There are other shops that have this as well. There is a shop in Victoria, in the Capellan Confederation, and also in New Vandenberg, but we can't actually use the New Vandenberg store because they hate our guts. So that's why I said it. I've kind of said all the way through it. It's actually handy to have allies of either the Canopians or the Capellans. Canopians are well, they're not okay. They're crazy as well, but. They've got Dunionshire in the store there, and you can actually get Gauss Rifle pluses there. So, as a little treat to the crew, I think we'll fly out there because Magistracy of Canopus is party town. So we'll go there, spend a little bit of time there, go to the shop a few times, and then I'll come back and I'll start doing the Flashpoint missions. Just in terms of format, I'm actually going to upload all this onto YouTube in one go. So I'll probably do that over the course of the week. I think it'll take me maybe a few hours to get everything uploaded. And then I'll actually just do like random flashpoints over the next several months. So as I do one, I'll upload it to the YouTube channel. I think there are like well over 20. I think there's like maybe 25 flashpoints or something like that. There's also a little campaign that you do. It's a really cool campaign as well because it's all about the Exodus and the Kerenskys, and you actually come across a very, very famous Kerensky. Probably the most, well, the Kerenskys are the most famous family in BattleTech, them and the Camerons, but we come across someone like an active Kerensky that's super exciting. But I won't say any more because that's a really, really fun set of missions to do. And you can see now we've got the Atlas, the DHT, just an absolute beast of a mess. Let's have a quick look at this chat before we end it. I'll change the loadout quite a bit. It probably will get my UAC 20 double plus on there. I've got loads of, we've got 5 double heat sinks, regular heat sinks as well, which it just doesn't need. Because as with the Highlander, it's got the base it's got the base 60 engine heat sinks, or double heat sinks, which is super powerful. Right, well, that was a blast. I really, really enjoyed playing that game. Great game. If you don't have it already, go and buy it. It's fantastic. There are problems with it, and I think I've heard some moans and complaints about it, but I think on the whole, it's a fantastic BattleTech experience. Very true to what I consider BattleTech to be as well. I often think that like when I play MechWarrior 5, it doesn't really feel like MechWarrior. I can't explain it. It doesn't feel like BattleTech. It feels like MechWarrior, but not so much like BattleTech. The universe just feels a little bit off. I can't explain it. It's weird. But this game feels very BattleTech-y. It's quite like quite dark in a lot of ways. And I mean, we are out on the periphery, so that's to be expected. As a final sum up, you can see we did it in 257 weeks. So that's like 5 years. That's what I kind of planned. I kind of planned between 4 and 5 years to do this, for the simple reason that I didn't have any of the base mech warriors. So it took me a good like year and a half to kind of get all my mech warriors up to some kind of decent level. It'd be quite interesting to try and speed run this game. I think if I ever do play it through again, I might try and just do it in like a year. See if that can be done. That could be an interesting challenge anyway. We'll see. Not sure if that is possible. And there might be other channels that have done that. But hey ho, just a thought. But in the meantime, we'll be continuing on with this. And like I say, we'll be doing the Flashpoint missions as and when they come up. And then I'll be putting them on the YouTube channel. So I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, watching this playthrough as much as I've enjoyed doing it. And I'll hopefully catch you in the Flashpoint missions.